Hi everyone, and welcome to the Inner Loop. This is my second project. It's sort of in a concept phase at the moment, but I've had an idea and I want to see if it's possible to code it. So the idea is that it's a musical one again. The idea is that if I play a note, say C, middle C or something, can I from that note find another note in maybe the next octave up that's the most appropriate to go with it? So I guess the answer is yes. You can just double the frequency, choose the next note, and they play together. But what I wanted to do was actually choose a note that's going to sound good. So what I'm thinking is to choose a note and then the next octave up, try and move along the frequency scale of that octave until I find a note which beats with the first note. So let me draw a picture and try and explain what I'm thinking, because there's going to be some envelope generation and some various other things that I probably need to do. So just bear with me. I'm going to flip the camera upside down, like this. Now I can draw. So let me just draw on this like that. So if we have a note, middle C, for example, looks like this. Okay. If I have another note that plays with it, twice the frequency, so it's going to look something like that. Okay, but pretend that's twice that one, so that this point here is that point there, is 2 for every one. When you play those together, say this is your left channel, right channel, if this one is double but not quite, then what you end up with as a mixture is something sort of, I'm not sure, I'm not going to draw it very well. Something like this. These are a lot more wobbly. There's a wobble here, a wobble there, and a wobble here, and a wobble there, and a wobble here, and a wobble there. I haven't done that very well. But if you think about the envelope that will generate in terms of, forget the actual oscillations, the actual envelope, if they're slightly out of phase, say by 1 hertz, the envelope of this thing is going to look like this. So this is doing its sort of wobbly thing inside here, this sort of shape, but the actual envelope like that. So what I was thinking was, if this is a fixed note, this one here, I can tune this note until I get an envelope which is oscillating at, say, 2 to 3 hertz. Once I hit 2 to 3 hertz oscillation, I know that this one is kind of sounding like almost in tune with this one. So a sort of you know, when you hum, when two people hum, you kind of hum and then you reach a point where you together. And when you like that, you know that you're in tune. So what if I start with this note and then just keep tuning this one and try and extract from the combination this envelope. And when this envelope is changing at a rate of about 2 to 3 hertz, then I've found the right note. They're singing together. So this project is going to be called Singers, and I guess it's going to be all about trying to make one oscillator sing with another. It's not going to match the note, but it should sing with the note. So it's pretty obvious that you could just double that frequency. But what I want to do is try and solve this in a more roundabout way, with a bit of envelope generation, a bit of low-pass filtering. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. But I guess if I get the envelope and I low-pass filter it and it gives me a reading, I'm getting a low frequency, then I've found the right note. So I've got a feedback loop here, haven't I? I can adjust the frequency of this one based on how much signal I get here. The more signal I get here, the happier I am, the less I need to change this one. So I can move this one around until I get the best thing here, and hopefully the point of this will be to try and hear what it is that happens. My algorithm. Let's hear the algorithm. Let's hear what happens as they try to sing. As it tries to get into tune with his friend, or choose a note with his friend that beats at the right frequency. What's that going to sound like? What will my algorithm behave like? What will it sound like? That's the key. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in part 2 where I actually start writing some code.